Seymour HMIs are there to inform you of your project status. And even when you're away from the panel or can't connect remotely, Seymour can still keep you in the loop with email, giving you access to scheduled reports, alarms, and even custom messages from the panel, ensuring you get the information you need exactly when you need it. In this video, we'll cover the basics of setting up email in your Seymour project, from setting up the network connection and email client, attaching files, and even sending a custom email on demand. Check the chapters below to quickly navigate to the section you need. Let's get started. Open your Seymour development software. Select a new project and define your panel. We can ignore the PLC communication for this example since it isn't required for email. Click OK. Now, before we set up the email, we need to configure the panel's Ethernet connection. On the Setup ribbon, select Panel Network. Select Ethernet port. Check Save Setting to Project to make sure that the settings are applied to your panel when you transfer to project. If your Ethernet network uses DHCP, the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DNS will be set automatically. If your network uses static settings or requires manual configuration, contact your network admin to provide these values. But for this project, the IP address is going to be provided by DHCP, so I'm going to leave it as it is. In the same dialog, click Email Client. Enter the sender's email address. Add the email address's SMTP server here. Next, select the port that matches your server's encryption requirements. And finally, if authentication is required, enter your credentials here. That's it for almost any standard company or domain email. Then click OK. Now, before we continue, I want to discuss Google and Yahoo Mail accounts. Both have discontinued direct SMTP access using standard username and password logon, along with other legacy authentication methods. Because of this, Seymour can only send email through those services by using an app password that you generate in your Google or Yahoo account. This applies to all Seymour HMIs as well as the DoMore and Productivity PLC families. Now, we've created support documents that walk you through generating an app password for these providers. Click one of the links above or check the video description to access those articles. Next, let's add recipients. Go to the Database ribbon and select Address Book. Click Add. In the Name field, enter the recipient's name for identification purposes in the address book, along with their email address. Enter the name and address of each recipient in turn. If you want to make the name and email address variable during runtime, select Tag Name and enter or create string tags in those fields. The HMI will then, when triggered, send the email to whatever name and address is in those strings. While you can configure this tag at runtime with something like a text entry object, it is recommended that you use pre-configured values to avoid user error. Recipes are a great option for this. When done, click OK, then OK again to exit the address book. Now, all that's left to do on the back end is to set up an event so Seymour knows what the email contains and when to send it. From the Database ribbon, select Event Manager. For an example of automated emails, we'll send the alarm log at the end of each day. Click Add. Under Trigger, select Date and Time. Set the start time to 23:59 and deselect Repeat. Under Action, click this icon to select an email event. Choose at least one recipient and send address. Enter a subject line and then add your message. For the attachment, click here and then select Alarm Log. Click OK, then Add to insert the event into the Event Manager. Now the HMI will automatically email the alarm log at the end of each day. For the next example, we'll create a custom email that users can send on demand. Under Trigger, select Tag. Enter a tag name and then press Enter. For this example, I'll be using a discrete internal tag. Click Add. Now for the action, click the email icon again. Set the sequence and select the recipient. Add the subject as before. We'll now create a custom message. To insert dynamic content, click this button to enter a tag. In this example, I'll be making the message user-defined, so set the embedded data field to string and enter or create a string tag. Click Add to insert the tag, then click Add to insert the event. Now click Close. You can now see the custom message tag, and you're all set. To trigger that custom email manually, we'll create a screen with a text entry field and a push button. Add a text entry object to the screen and the Properties window will automatically pop up. Assign the message tag we created earlier to the tag name field, so users can input a custom message from the panel. Next, add a push button object to the screen, and then assign the trigger tag from earlier to this button. Set the object type to momentary on. This means the bit will set to true when pressed and reset back to false when released. Change the button text to let the user know what the button does. Lastly, arrange the objects wherever you'd like, save the project, and your project is ready to send to the panel. So in Runtime, click the text entry object to enter your message, and then click the button to send the email. At this point, your Seymour HMI is fully set up to send email notifications. And if you have any questions or need further assistance, Automation Direct's award-winning support team is always here to help. Click here to learn more about Seymour HMIs. Click here to see more Automation Direct products. And click here to subscribe so you don't miss out on future informational, educational, or other videos at Automation Direct.